Alright guys, what's going on? As you can see, what I'm doing here is I'm popping the flower petals off of dandelions. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a dandelion honey. I saw this recipe on Pinterest and it looked delicious. And dandelions, if you don't know, dandelions have a lot of um, good nutritional value to them. And they kind of have a good, they have a little bitter, kind of a bitter taste, but they're still actually pretty delicious. Um, and I'm pulling the flower petals off, and what I'm doing is I'm squeezing the green part and pulling back and pulling the petals off. So yeah, I'm gonna get these all popped off, and then we'll head inside and continue with the rest of the recipe. Alright, so what I'm doing is now I'm going to take the dandelions and put them in a saucepan, and then I'll boil them. As soon as I just wash them off with cold water, put them in the saucepan, and I'm gonna boil them. So once they get to a boil, then I'll let it cool down and sit steep for probably about 12 to 16 hours. So I've got a cup right here. For every 3 cups of dandelion flower petals, I'm gonna add 4 cups of water to boil in. So I should have actually about 3 cups right here, maybe a little more. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Add my dandelions to my saucepan. All right, yeah. So we were basically right at 3 cups. It's like a tad bit over. But that's good. So now I'm gonna fill it up with about 4 cups of water, and then we'll get it boiling. All right, they just got finished boiling. So what I'm gonna do now? Sit. They'll cool for, like I said, 12 to 18 hours. So tomorrow, let's say tomorrow morning when I get up, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, I'll get. That's when I'll get the sugar and I'll get the lemon, and we'll go ahead with the rest of the recipe and make us some dandelion honey. Morning. So the dandelions are steeped for about 16 hours. And what I did is I strained it through a really tight mesh strainer that I have, so that none of the flower petals got into it. So after I had 4 cups of petals, and it gave me about 3 cups. You can see that. 3 cups of liquid. Cups of liquid do 500 grams of sugar. Bring the dandelion water to a boil, and then I'll add the sugar, and then you got a whole lemon and some lemon zest. So I don't have a lemon, but I do have lemon juice, so we're just gonna measure that out to about what we think about a whole lemon will give us. Kind of do it to taste, really. So that's what we're gonna do now. Pour it in there and get it boiling. So I did the conversion, and it's calling for 500 grams of sugar, and that roughly equals out about 2 cups of sugar. Um, don't explain to me how we figured that up. I went online and looked up how many grams are in a teaspoon, and then went from there. So, and there's roughly 48 teaspoons in a cup. Just 2 cups, 96 teaspoon, or yeah. So, just trust me. It's right. So we're gonna do 2 cups of sugar. Starting to come to a boil now. Alright, as you can see, I just poured them into jars. Best of my ability. I know they spilled some, but I'll let those cool, and it should thicken up, and then we'll be able to taste them. All right, it's been cooling for a couple hours now, and so far, there's one thing I'm not concerned about. One thing I would probably do different is probably let it simmer and boil a little bit longer. The recipe I was using said 10 minutes and then let it cool. So it's not it's not as thick as I wanted it. It's not like honey. It's more of like a I don't know. It's like a real light syrup almost. But so we're gonna try it. This is yeah, it's like liquidy. So but here we go. It's good. It's good. I'm not upset about it. I'll definitely use it and put it in coffee and things like that. I mean, it's still sweet. Can't taste the dandelion, which that's fine. It's dandelion honey or syrup. We'll call it syrup. Dandelion syrup. And yeah, but all in all, I'm actually pretty impressed. I'm never done it before, so for for being the first time, I'm not upset. It tastes good, and we'll do it again. Do got that was only that those 2 jars, 4 cups of petals didn't even make a dent in the gallon plastic bag that I collected. So I still have a good many left. So I can do more and try different recipes that I've seen. Some that one I put lemon in. I probably say it's probably for a preservative. Some of them were just use honey or not honey. Just use sugar. So I'll try different ones out. The further I go, one recipe said use vanilla extract, so I'll try that too. But for this one, like I said, not upset about it. I'm actually pretty impressed with myself and with how it turned out, and I will definitely be using it. Thanks for sticking around, and see you in the next one.